everyone, it's Mary Beth from MB Great Designs. Welcome to my channel. I'm very excited today to be a part of the What Would You Make Challenge, hosted by OK at Home DIY, Marsha's Mush and Stuff, and Sandy from Lumbermill DIY. All these ladies are so talented, and I'll make sure to have their channels listed below along with the playlist of everyone else who is in this challenge. So basically, it's using wood and making something. And so I'm really excited to show you today what I'm doing. So this first project is a shelf I got for $2.98 at a thrift store. That was a little loose right there, so I had to use a little bit of wood glue, no big deal. But of course, I washed it really good. Warm soap and water, usually Dawn, because it's kind of an anti-grease, especially when you get something from the thrift store and all that. And then I'm just doing a scuff sand here, just kind of roughing it up a little bit. All right, now this is interesting. So normally I don't always prime when I'm using chalk paint, but with these types of pieces, this wood like this that you get from the thrift store or wherever that's been stained, you never know about bleed through. And I'll show you an example because it did happen, and that's why I primed. So even though I'm using I used a dark color, so it probably wouldn't have been that big of a deal. But definitely if you're using a whiter color, look, there's the bleed through. I put that white primer on and that stain or whatever it is bled through. So I did reprime that side, so we're all good now. But that is one of the reasons you want to prime. Now, if you don't want to use a white primer, you can certainly use shellac as clear, and it will seal in so it doesn't bleed through as well. So that's another option. Anyway, all right, you guys probably already knew that, but it's new to me, and I'm glad I learned it. All right, so I'm using these split beads, half beads, whatever you want to call them. They're bigger though. I got some new ones that I don't know if they're 22 milligrams. I'm not millimeters, whatever. I'm not exactly sure, but that's what I used, and just went around the front of that shelf just to kind of decorate it up a little bit, make it look a little different. And I am using the color Hurricane by Country Chic, and it's a beautiful color. And basically all I'm going to do is paint this couple coats. I am going to take a little bit of white wax and go over the beads, but then I'll use clear wax for the rest of the piece. And that's really all there was to it. So I hope you enjoyed this first DIY, and I'll catch up with you for the second one. Thanks.
It's not you, it's me, you see. It's not love or passion. There's something desperately wrong with me. It's not fair to you, I know, and I'm sorry I can't let it go. There's something desperately wrong with me. Hush, don't tell me what's going on. Hush, don't tell me what's going wrong. Don't make me a victim, pretty please.
There it is. What do you guys think of it? I think it turned out really cute. All right, so I did set up a buy me a coffee, and any support is greatly appreciated. Okay, let's move on to DIY number 2. I'm calling it a plant holder because I don't really know what to call it, but I have this sign for years that says "Count Your Blessings." Cute sign and all, but I wanted to repurpose it, and I'm also using these 2 little boxes, I guess, from Dollar Tree. So the first thing I'm gonna do, I gotta kind of sand that gold down. I am gonna paint it white, so I just wanted to kind of get that gold sanded down a lot. So yeah, I just sand over the piece really well, and then I'm just gonna paint it white. I believe I used just the linen white from Rust-Oleum or Waverly. Nope, plaster. My bad. Sorry. I painted it in plaster by Waverly. I love this color, by the way, the plaster color. All right. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take those boxes and I'm going to cut the tongue, what are they called? Suppressors or popsicle sticks, whatever you want to call them. Actually, craft sticks, because they're kind of bigger. You guys know what I'm talking about. And I'm going to cut those I think what I'm showing you here is I do sand in between coats just to make it really smooth. It really helps get rid of any brush strokes. So that's just a little tip in case you didn't know. All right, so I'm going to take these craft sticks and I'm going to cut them down. I'm going to put 2 on every side of the box. It'll kind of serve 2 purposes. The main one was it kind of covers up that star on the end. But the other thing is I liked the look of it. Maybe not a crate necessarily, but just kind of a, I don't know, wood planked box or something. You know what I mean? And then I'm going to take, I can't remember. Oh, I think I used Elephant. That's right, from Waverly. And I had a bottle that was almost gone and I put water in it, shook it up, did all that. And I just painted it on and wiped it off. And so it was kind of a really pretty dark gray stain, roughly. And I really, really liked it. I thought it turned out really cute. And then I'm going to attach these to that white sign. And that was basically it. But I'll catch up with you here in just a little bit. Thanks.
We are too lucky. Emily, your name spells home since the day you were born. You have always known when I need you the most. Oh, 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 oh. My best friend God sent my own good fortune. You know you are my double flame whisper, my soulmate sister. You know you are. I see you, you see me. Same mother, different dads, but we're just as happy. Remember when you were 5, every day by my side. Oh, 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 oh. My best friend God sent my own good fortune. You know you are my double flame whisper, my soulmate sister. You know you are.
Okay, so all that's left to do is I'm using a little wood glue and a little hot glue, and I just eyeballed this, but you could measure. But anyways, I'm just gluing it on to the white sign, posty sign, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, and then I just filled it up with greenery and hung it up, and there'll be some pictures here in just a moment. So I want to thank you so much for joining me today. And if you are an existing subscriber, you already know I'm so grateful for you. And if you are new here, I would love for you to consider joining my YouTube family. Thank you so much and have a great night.